Listen to this carefully, because what I'm about to say might just change how you live the rest of your life. Most people aren't poor because they're unlucky. They're poor because they wake up every day and do the same thing that keeps them broke. And the truth is, it's impossible to stay poor if you do this one thing every single day. This isn't some magic formula, it's not winning the lottery, it's not a motivational quote on your wall. It's something Jim Rohn said that millions ignored, but the few who listened ended up completely transforming their lives. Jim Rohn once said, "Success is something you attract by the person you become." Think about that for a second. He didn't say success is something you chase, he said it's something you attract. That means the money, the opportunities, the network, all of it comes to you when you start working on yourself first. The reason most people stay stuck is because they're always working harder on their job than on themselves. They spend 8 hours a day making someone else's dream come true, and 0 hours building their own mind, their own skill, their own vision. I remember hearing a story about a young man who used to complain every single day about how unfair life was. He was working at a warehouse, making just enough to survive. One day, his friend gave him a recording of Jim Rohn's seminar from the 1970s. That night, instead of watching TV, he decided to listen. Jim said something that hit him hard. "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." That line broke him. He realized he'd been blaming the world, his job, the government, everyone except himself. From that day, he made a rule. Every single day, no matter what happened, he would spend at least 1 hour learning something new. He would read, listen, or practice something that improved him. 6 months later, he was earning twice what he made before. 1 year later, he quit that warehouse job and started a business teaching people what he had learned. That's how fast things can change when you focus on becoming better instead of complaining. Jim Rohn used to say that your life doesn't get better by chance, it gets better by change. Most people wake up and live the same day again and again. Monday feels like Tuesday, Tuesday feels like Wednesday. They scroll through social media, go to work, complain, then repeat. But the ones who break that cycle are the ones who create intentional growth moments every single day. Imagine this, if every day you read just 10 pages of a good book, in 1 year you'll have read over 3,000 pages. That's about 15 to 20 life-changing books. You might think that's small, but that's exactly how growth works. Tiny actions, done every single day, stack up into massive results. The richest people in the world don't do extraordinary things occasionally, they do simple things consistently. Jim Rohn himself wasn't born rich. He used to work at a department store making $2 an hour. At one point, he said he couldn't afford to buy a Girl Scout cookie from a little girl because he was broke and embarrassed. That was the day he decided never again. He met his mentor, Earl Shoaff, who told him, "For things to change, you have to change." That one line flipped his entire mindset. He started reading, thinking differently, managing his time, and within a few years, he became a millionaire. Now let's talk about the core of this video, the thing that makes it impossible to stay poor. It's called daily personal growth. Every day, do something that stretches your mind or improves your skill, even just one thing, because your income will never exceed your level of personal development. If you're making $2,000 a month, it's because that's the value your mind currently produces. But if you can make yourself worth $10,000 in knowledge, ideas, and discipline, the world will pay you that much. That's how life works. Think about this example. 2 friends graduate from the same school, both get jobs at the same company, making the same salary. One spends his evenings watching Netflix and hanging out. The other decides to spend an hour each night reading about business, communication, and investing. After 1 year, one of them is the same person he was before. The other is a completely different human being. Within 2 years, the one who kept learning gets promoted, starts his own side business, and doubles his income. 5 years later, he's financially independent. Meanwhile, his friend is still complaining about how hard life is. Same starting point, different habits. Jim Rohn used to say, "Formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune." And that's the truth. School teaches you how to survive, but self-education teaches you how to succeed. You can't expect to grow financially if you're not growing mentally. The people you see living the life you dream of aren't luckier, They just decided to start learning when others stopped. The problem is, most people underestimate the power of daily action. They want big results instantly, but think about a bamboo tree. When you plant it, you water it every day, yet for the first 4 years nothing seems to happen. But in the 5th year, it suddenly shoots up over 80 feet tall in just 6 weeks. The truth is, it was growing underground the whole time. It was building roots strong enough to support that growth. That's how life works too. Every day you learn something, you're building invisible roots. You might not see results today, but one day it all shows up at once. Let me tell you another story. There was a man who wanted to become financially free. He worked a regular job, but every night before sleeping, he watched one lecture from Jim Rohn or other great thinkers like Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale, or Les Brown. He took notes, practiced speaking, learned about business, saved money, and improved his mindset. 5 years later, he had started a coaching business helping others build discipline and mindset. That business grew to over $100,000 a year. He didn't get there by luck, he got there by daily improvement. Jim Rohn said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's the small daily disciplines, reading, writing your goals, thinking deeply, saving money, learning from mentors, that separate the wealthy from the broke. People want success, but they don't want the discipline. Yet that's the price of freedom." If you start today and promise yourself to spend just 1 hour daily improving your mind, in 1 year you'll be unrecognizable. You'll start talking differently, thinking differently, and seeing opportunities where others see problems. You'll attract better people, better jobs, better ideas, because you've become better. Jim said, "If you want things to get better, you have to get better. If you want things to change, you have to change." But here's something else that most people miss. Money doesn't respond to need, it responds to value. The world doesn't pay you for being poor, tired, or frustrated, it pays you for the value you bring. So if you're not earning what you want, don't get angry, get valuable. Ask yourself, how can I increase my value in the marketplace? That might mean learning a new skill, improving your communication, mastering your time, or even learning how to manage money. Because if you can't manage $100, you'll never manage 10,000. Jim also talked about seasons of life. He said, "Don't wish for a better winter, learn to handle the winter." Every person faces tough seasons, times when things don't go right, when the money's low, when people don't believe in you. But if you learn during the winter, you'll harvest during the summer. Poor people quit in winter, while successful people grow in it. There's something deeply powerful about showing up every day for your dreams, even when no one notices. Every great person you admire once walked through that quiet, invisible season. They were building when no one was clapping. You might be there right now, working hard, learning, but not seeing results yet. But don't stop. You're laying the foundation for something incredible. Jim Rohn once said that success is not something you pursue, it's something you attract by the person you become. So instead of chasing money, chase growth. Instead of trying to impress others, impress yourself with your discipline. Every day, read something that challenges your thinking. Write your goals down, plan your day, work on your craft. These simple daily acts create unstoppable momentum. And remember this, wealth doesn't start in your bank account, it starts in your mind. You can lose all your money and still rebuild it if your mind is strong. That's why millionaires who lose everything can bounce back in a few years. They didn't lose their mindset, they just lost the result of it. So if you truly want to make it impossible to stay poor, here's the truth. Grow every day, even if it's just one page, one video, one thought, one step. Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be is not time, it's growth. You don't have to change your whole life overnight. You just have to decide that every single day you'll become a slightly better version of yourself than you were yesterday. And if you keep that up, in 1 year you'll look back and realize you're not the same person anymore. You'll have new habits, new friends, new confidence, and yes, new money. That's the secret Jim Rohn left behind. The reason it's impossible to stay poor if you do this every day is because growth changes everything. It changes how you think, how you act, how you see yourself, and how the world sees you. So here's the challenge. Starting tomorrow morning, spend the first hour of your day working on yourself. Read something valuable, listen to something inspiring, or write your goals down. Do it for 7 days and you'll feel different. Do it for 30 and people will notice. Do it for a year, and you'll never have to worry about being poor again. Because the day you start improving yourself every single day, you stop being poor, not just financially, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And that, my friend, is where real wealth begins.